Good morning. It's 9 a.m., February 13th, 2024, on a Tuesday. Exciting morning for me. Not a good way to open, I guess. I made a video this morning and uploaded it, and during the Fortnite live stream was able to publish it. It took a little while before I could publish it because it took a while for it to resolve to the high definition. I'm a little distracted right now because I got Doug in my ear for my confirmation panel page tab, but I can't find it. It's not over here. So he's still yakking away in my ear. Stop it. What tab do I? Oh, there it is. There's the speaker. See, that tab is so tiny because I have so many tabs open. I couldn't find it. There. Jeez. Stop the Doug. Stop the Doug. Oh my gosh. All right. So, yeah, I put out this. Oh, yes, that audio came through, but I forgot to unmute the speaker bot. John, your message came through to me. I heard it, but you guys didn't hear it. I have unmuted desktop audio, so speaker bot will work now. Just scrolling through chat, see if anybody else tried to do a speaker bot. Nope. So I published this video this morning, pervasive ODBC client interface, firewall ports. What else we got here on that title? I'll pause that, and I showed about a problem that I'm currently having in a client's office. Pervasive ODBC client interface, firewall ports, BusinessWorks Gold, Telnet problem. Now I figure anybody who might have some information about this, some tips for me would be, you know, they're what radar, their hairs on the back of their neck, whatever, they would notice that name and be able to say something. So I did get one comment that looked particularly promising, and that sounded like past tense. Well, yeah, it sort of is. Greg M came in with a comment from that video this morning. I have seen this error with another Sage accounting package, but the issue was that connection manager was not running in the services on the client computer. In that case, one would simply press your Windows key or open the Windows Run dialog box, type Services MSC, right-click Sage 50 Database Connection Manager, click Start. Sage is also a help page. Again, this is for a different version of Sage. I haven't spent a lot of time on that page so far, but just before the show started, well, half an hour before, I called the owner of the business, asked if I could connect remotely to the computer. Before he got there, his computer was turned off. So he called in to his office and had a staff member turn the computer on, and I went to see if that was going to be the solution, and no, it was not. I've got, let's see, I took pictures and I'm checking to see if that has uploaded into my iCloud yet. No, it's not there yet because that picture was from yesterday. Yeah, so maybe it'll still come up, but basically this computer didn't have that service because it's using pervasive. So the pervasive client service is running. So no cigar on that. Thank you, Greg, for bringing in that idea. And I don't think I have any other comments on that video, so I'm going to go catch up with channel comments. Josh Kinder, one day ago, I'm in the work of changing the backup drive over to an SSD. I like how fast it was on my computer that Jim and Ken did for me. You get a thumbs up and you get a heart. Matthew Barnes, Doug, you work on the 146 gigabyte drives that was on Saturday's show. Reminds me of a job I did at my work almost a couple of years ago now, decommissioning some legacy servers and this involved removing all the drives for destruction purposes. The drives were a combination of 146 gigabyte and 80 gigabyte, and I think in total there were about 100 drives. I'm not exaggerating. I think these servers were from about 2003 to around 2007. I think so. They were quite high end when they were installed, and the organization certainly got their money's worth out of them. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And Ken, on the video, how to fake infection message slam dunk version, that was a 2.5-minute video thereabouts. He said short and sweet and to the point. Jeff says I was going to say the same thing. Great minds think alike. You get a thumbs up, you get a heart. You all get thumbs up and hearts. Lawn Dog, on that same fake infection video, Doug, changing the browser to the strict setting gives me the impression that Google or whoever runs the internet, could be Al Gore, really do know where these things happen and therefore block it. Anyways, just curious why making website sensitivity more strict and how that manifests itself into a safety feature. I suspect, and I hope I indicated in that video that that setting seems to help. And I've tried a lot of different things, and I can't prove it because those fake virus messages, they don't stay active long enough for me to implement that fix, see that the browser no longer goes there, and then unimplement that fix and test it. It's been broken by then, by the time I get to that. So I haven't been able to prove it. But yeah, I know where these things happen. They're redirects that happen from insecure websites or hosts. They could be name server compromises, and it's a redirect where your browser is trying to go to a certain page, and up in the address bar at the top you'll see it switch to a different page. Redirects are a normal and proper and completely acceptable thing to do. It's when the bad guys redirect it to a page and they're being hosted typically on Microsoft's Azure or Amazon's their cloud computing system. Somebody will give me the name of that. And anybody can host there. So you see up in that URL either Azure or Amazon's cloud system, and it kind of gives some legitimacy to it. But anybody can put a page up there. So it's not a big mystery about how this is happening. It's how do we stop people from falling victim to it? And I think those higher browser settings will have a lot to do with that. I sent an email to Al Gore. He hasn't responded. So, what are you going to expect? What do you expect? Nick 92065 says, I get calls for this all the time with the fake messages. Let's see. He is a standard moderator already. So you get a thumbs up and a heart. Baldy, nice info of which everybody should be aware of. Good job. Thank you so much for the compliment. And the good comments. Josh Kinder, he sent that video to his aunt. And then this is the one that I already
send that email to Alex Cheek.
Okay, Chris, I'll get right on that. Now let's see. Come back here. Let's see. I think I've got some emails flagged to catch this morning. That one, and this one. I'm just looking to see if any of those are more urgent than the others. So first I'll start with, things that I caught from the chat room on Saturday's show. Then when I went back and read through them closer, Martin Hogg was asking, what about the security certificate warning message as Opera won't update? Oh, let's see. That was back on his. Oh yeah, those are back on his questions. I should get back to that. Let's see, where was that at? because Martin gave, yeah, here we go. Finding that from a prior day. Oh, yes. He was telling us when he installed Opera, he can access web pages, but when he clicks to allow on the security certificate warning notice. Yeah, the suggestion I have for that, let's go, I think I can even go here on Windows 11, Control Panel, and then I can get into Internet Options, and then go to, I think it's Advanced, and then there's a section in here that deals with security certificate, security. Check for service certificate revocation, check for signatures. I think removing some check marks in here. Of course, now for those of you who are going to get all excited and say Windows XP, Internet Explorer, no, and well, he's using Opera on this, but still getting the security messages. I suspect Opera is recognizing the settings for security for Windows XP Internet properties. So that's where you find that in here. It was in Advanced and then down in the security section. So try that. Also, when it's asking you that security certificate, I want to say there's a way to click to proceed or to ignore this or to accept it, and some other, maybe other checkbox somewhere that you can tell it to ignore that. But anyway, that's my idea at this point for that. So let me get back out of there. Now he's pursuing this Windows XP and Opera as the Opera browser as a intellectual experiment. He's not really intending to be using that computer in any sincere way on the internet. It's just a technician having fun. So no need to get all excited about it. Then continuing on chat. Do I have this zoomed in enough? Maybe that's too much. I got a good laugh out of this with Jim. I actually saw that during the show. I saw Microshaft, but I didn't notice the word exploder rather than explorer. Microshaft, Internet Explorer. That's when we were talking about Martin's Internet Explorer questions. Lawn Dog K-Million. My go-to recommendation for anyone browsing the web on XP is K-Million. I never heard of that. That's a browser, apparently. So just want to give that a little shout out. Greg M. PoE, that's power over Ethernet. Switches are rated at total wattage. So make sure the wattage being used is not being more than the switch can supply. And that was directed towards Alex Cheek and the power over Ethernet switches that they want to put into the church for security cameras. So that was a good thing to point out. The power over Ethernet switches, make sure they can provide sufficient power for all the cameras you're going to be using. Daniel Emberley, although a different brand, there have been some recent reports on YouTube with many PCs coming from the manufacturer with malware running a check before you connect to your network. Yes, I've seen those videos. Really not worried about it at all, because the infection that they were showing, that they were coming with, was a 4-year-old infection that every antivirus product knows about and was instantly blocked. Yeah, but I will look at that, but there was some other videos that came out. Hey, problem, disaster, sky is falling. Oh no, it's a 4-year-old virus. Every antivirus product knew about it. It was not. I do not buy the claim that it was the company trying to infect people's computers. No, I think that was some disgruntled employee who wanted to embarrass their employer, put that on a batch of the computers, or possibly a script kiddie, which is a nickname for a very beginning hacker, thinking that he was going to be able to access some computers by putting a 4-year-old virus or malware on a computer, whatever it was. It would allow a hacker to use a command and control computer to be able to send commands out to the computers that are thus infected and be able to get them to do things, including authorize remote access. It was not scary at all. In my opinion, Rand Israel, some vendors may provide under the spec power delivery. I think that was referring to probably the power over Ethernet. So that would be a reason to be very careful about buying an inexpensive power over Ethernet switches. John Williams, Kerry said that China is on vacation for a short period of time. I went and I Google searched that and found, yeah, that's a thing. They shut down pretty much their whole everything for 9 days. Is the current thing that they're on, which I had no awareness of that. Like if you just take that much of that comment and do a Google search on it, I just paste it, vacation time in China, then click on that one. And this one down here, the holiday lasts for an official period of 9 days, but in fact, everything seems to come to a standstill business-wise for more like 16 days. A holiday is scheduled to begin on the first day of spring in the lunar calendar, which can fall anywhere in the middle of January to the middle of February. I had no idea. Did not know about this. I'm hearing voices. What was that? I don't know. It might be somebody out in front of my house. I'm at the wrong place. Back here. Sam Van Til, any reason why Active Directory instead of Intune nowadays? I have not used Intune. My little bit of research on it tells me that it's a cloud-based method of managing Active Directory, and it's particularly useful when you have multiple physical locations. We don't. We have one site. So I don't see any reason to go to Intune from what I saw in my research of that. I don't do a lot of work in the enterprise arena, and I made mention on Saturday about we'll be upgrading this office on their new server. We'll have Active Directory, and we'll be connecting to the domain. And so when I looked at Intune, it looked like it was really, if you don't have multiple sites and you don't need your management to be in the cloud, I don't see any reason to go there. If there's more to it than I'm not seeing, then let me know. Then with Sam Lazar.
The year of the dragon.
Okay. I'm sorry, Zvi. I don't know how that relates to what I'm talking about right now. It's China, yeah, but all right. Then when it was Sam Lazar's conversation on Saturday, we had some email exchange. Oh, here's what I sent to him. No, let me get back to what he said first. Oh, yeah. Here's what he sent to me. To recap from this morning, that was after Saturday morning show. I'd like you to please be sure to uninstall Dynamicsoft. Oh, that's his. Later in the day, I finished installing all the software and more updates, and then sysprepped it, which worked without any issues. This is what the comment that I'm responding to. Don't make me explain why that one seems weird. Finished installing the software, more updates, sysprepped it. That's what I thought. What? You sysprepped it?
I have several entries in your live chat.
I have several entries in your live chat. Okay, well, I haven't got there yet. Let me get caught up here. Interesting, I've never even considered doing that. Yeah, this is me to Sam. When I have prepared a computer to be given away, I've set it up with the username of user and no password. That way anyone can turn it on and get to the desktop. If I understand correctly, you do sysprep and then give the computer to your Rotary group, then they give it away to the recipient, and the recipient turns it on and gets the out-of-box experience. This means no one should test the computer before giving it away. This also means the recipient needs to be computer literate enough to get through the out-of-box experience, which could include creating a Microsoft account with a new email address when that is totally unnecessary. They could use their current email address for a Microsoft account or configure the computer with a local account. If the recipient has no clue what to do, then they will have to deal with that. Do you have reasons that are not apparent to me for the method you are using? And then he replied back, yes, indeed, he does. So I want to give you that. Just to help think through how should you prepare a computer when you're giving it away. My strategy is prepare it with the user name of user and no password. I know there's stuff going on in chat. I'll get there, but let me I'm trying to run through this quickly. So then he replies back to me, yes, the user would have to use a Microsoft account if they have yet to learn. They will go to someone who can help. It is the same with laptops I have donated with Chrome and Flex. Means he sets them up so it's an out-of-box experience. Boy, I just saw a crazy blip on my picture-in-picture. And I have 0 dropped frames. I want an out-of-box experience, as I want to avoid going straight to the desktop, as they may think there's a virus on it. I want the same experience in software as a new computer. If I can add helpful programs like LibreOffice, then that would be great. Of course, I think he knows now that he could add LibreOffice and then do assist prep. And so this tells me that he's been doing this all along, sending computers so that they are prepared to be turned on by the end user, and the people in the middle, the middlemen, don't turn it on and set it up. So that makes total sense to me. My Rotary Club donates the laptops to various community groups. Then they give it to people they think is appropriate. So once I give it to the community group, I'm no longer responsible. No support from me once I donated it. Very good. Awesome. And I applaud you for your volunteer work in that. And that totally makes sense. When I'm preparing a computer to be given away, it's typically given away to somebody that I already know who's going to get it. And it's a single person instance. So I think my circumstances are different. And then, she's catch up with all this stuff. Josh Kinder sent me an email. I was wondering how you have your webcam set up on your computer. I was looking to do the same thing with my web camera. This is my setup. If you have any ideas on how I can bring the camera over up over the monitor, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I do, Josh. I'm going to show that to you in a moment. Now, he didn't, well, I've told you, when you're sending emails to me, it's for the show. So I do try to protect email addresses. But here's his setup that he's shown us. He just got this new desk and assembled it. And he's got a little mini PC there, his 2 monitors on a stand attached to the back of the desk. He's got a microphone on a one of those extension arm things here on front, and he's saying he wants his webcam at the top. Very, very simple. I think, Josh, you have Logitech webcam, and maybe you didn't realize this. Here's a Logitech webcam. So maybe he's using some kind of a, I don't know, tripod mount or something, if this is what you have. But this thing unfolds, and it's designed to sit on top of on the monitor. So this opens like this, and then there's this little foot piece. And so you just hang this over the top edge of the monitor, and this piece is up against the back of the monitor, and you can adjust the angle here. Now, he doesn't show me in this.
Ghetto uses a tripod currently.
Yeah, well, he's asking how you can put the webcam on top of the monitor. So just take it off of the tripod and open it up. If it's a Logitech webcam, the different models have a little bit different ways that they look. So Ken had said Ghetto uses a tripod currently, but I think that's a Logitech webcam on the tripod, isn't it? This picture doesn't show the camera.
He wants a boom arm to bring up and over the monitor.
He wants a boom arm to bring up and over the monitor. Well, he's already using a boom arm. The same kind of boom arm that he's using for the microphone would do it, but I think that's kind of significant clutter. Well, let me show, let's see. I'll do this. I'm going to point this camera towards my other cameras. Let's see if I got this one set up right. Yeah, there it is. So see, here I have my webcams up here, and there's one there. Now, I don't actually have them hanging over the monitor like that, but I do have them on top of the monitor. I have another frame here that mounts those so that they're more stable. They can't move around as easily because I always have to readjust them so that fixes them. They're more stable like. And I suppose I could show those mounting devices because they can also be
One of
used
the
as a
homies pointed
tripod.
out the one you just moved as an idea.
Okay, the one I just moved. Dennis is saying I guess my problem will not be addressed today. Yeah, so you said you put in messages in chat, but you didn't tell me you asked a question that you want an
Many
answer
hours
to.
have been spent on Zoom on this subject. Your camera?
Okay, then I'll move along. I'll stop talking about it. Josh sent me an email. I responded to it. Now, let's see. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Chat replay is disabled. Oh, that's the premiere. All right, I'm gonna go look at Dennis's questions. Where's the right tab? Here. This is it. Yes. Here we go. Pop out chat. And here's chat. And I'm gonna go straight to Dennis's comments. DDT. Hello, I'm having an issue with WNetWatcher being present on my machine. I can't get rid of it with Windows Security. In fact, I can't find it at all, and it's still being reported. Okay, all right, let's see what else he tells us before I start responding. Multiple issues here. I can't set Ethernet to private. Keeps reverting to public. Don't know if this is related to my possible virus. MCSoft also found something. It successfully deleted that one. Windows Security still indicating an issue. I cannot remove or quarantine WNetWatcher. So this is Windows Security. So Windows Defender catching WNetWatcher. Let me go back up here. Being present, get rid of Windows Security. So I'm assuming Windows Defender. Running he's running MCSoft. So is that the one that's reporting it? Martin Hogg asking if you had tried AdWare Cleaner, ADW Cleaner, however you pronounce that. MCSoft Clean again, running Windows Scan. Dennis has not used those other products. AW Cleaner downloaded, waiting for Windows Security. Windows Security still shows an issue, running AW Cleaner. Shows a false positive unrelated to my Windows Security issue. False positive. I have several entries in your live chat. And I guess my problem will not be addressed. So let's see what else. He can't. Having an issue with WNetWatcher. Let's start with what is that? What is WNetWatcher? Wireless Network Watcher is a cutting-edge software developed to monitor and manage devices connected to the
Gideon,
Wi-Fi
it is
network.
not malware.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Gary's saying it's not malware. This nifty utility designed with user friendliness in mind empowers you to take charge of your network security and performance. And Dennis says WNetWatcher is a NurSoft app. So something is, some security is reporting it as as malware or something. NurSoftware it's a utility. Having an issue with WNetWatcher being present on my machine, I can't get rid of it with Windows Security. In fact, I can't find it at all and it's still being reported. Can it be uninstalled? Is it in your installed applications? Wireless Network Watcher. There's NurSoft. Gary, did you see the video that I published earlier this morning about the pervasive ODBC problem? I'm wondering if you might have some other information or knowledge about that, but that's a separate subject. So this there's a utility. I don't know if it's something that you actually install or if it's standalone. It is not installed. Wintermute says it is portable. Find its folder and delete it. Yeah, if it's just
Watching now.
Thank you, Gary. If it's just detecting that it's present on your computer, then maybe it's just objecting that the file is there and you should just allow it. Put it on a whitelist. Dennis says it was installed, uninstalled. Offending file is WNetWatcher setup, but it's not on my machine now. Oh, so it's uninstalled it and deleted the file. So the file's not present anymore. Whatever your security is detecting it, it should be able to tell you where it's finding it. Maybe it's in your, is it in your undelete folder, recovery. What's that place? Recycle bin. Is it in your recycle bin? How do you clear the threat? Let's see. So I don't know where the threat is happening. Can you email me a photo of the message? Is that really the best way to go? Or can we do, in the description of today's video, you can start a remote connection so we can look at it live. Do you want to do that, Dennis? Okay, while waiting for Dennis to respond to that question, I'll go back and look for the people who hit me in orange. John Williams, greeting everyone. Love the music, mamas and papas. Chris Garrett, the internet is ran from a home in Sheridan, Arkansas. It's backup server somewhere in Pennsylvania. Greg, have you tried putting that Windows accounting server on a hard-coded IP address that it was before powered down recently? Yes, I did. And I thought I explained that in that video. Maybe you missed that. I did put the server on a static IP address, and it's the one that was on before it was powered down. So covered that. Kerry has a new video today, so you can redirect to him today. Thank you. I'll go set that up. Can you use one normal voice for the bot? Yeah, the weird voices, I don't like them too much. I can use a single voice. I was just kind of attracted to the variety of voices. And then I also was going to eliminate the voices that aren't good, that don't come over good. But it turns out that every time it chooses a particular voice, it gives different tonal qualities, different emotion, and they're just not consistent. So yeah. See, Gary's saying, well, let me get through the rest of the orange first. Ken, I was referring to your camera that you pointed at your other cameras. Ghetto thinks, not thanks, that if he puts on top of the monitors, it is too high. Well, that's the same type of camera. It's just a Logitech webcam, and it's just on a desk clamp with two extensions. Yeah, okay, so all right, so that's what Josh was asking for. All right, well, let's see, Martin Hogtail suggesting to Dennis search the file name and delete all instances. Let's see, where did I get that? Webcam clamps. See where I bought those from.
Relook at his picture and reread my last statement. It should make sense.
Relook at his picture, reread my last statement. No, it does make sense. I understand. You're saying he wants to use a device like that behind his monitors and get it up over his monitor. I understand that completely. I was just looking to see where an order link for those for those extensions. I'm not seeing it right now. I'll look at that. Log Me and Rescue is running, Dennis says. Oh, I see it. All right, we're going to get connected to Dennis's computer here. You'll get some prompts on your screen, Dennis, to respond to. And we'll go see what.
Cool. He already has that link thanks to the homies.
He already has that link thanks to the homies. The link for that particular extension. Okay, then there's no further question for me on that. All right, here comes Dennis's computer. Threat found, action detected. Let's see, do I have that? Oh, I know. Let me do something here. BBB zoom. Ah, there. Yeah. So now I can look at Baby Beast and there's a camera. All right, let's close that. Protection history, threat found, action needed, hack tool, Win32, WNet Watcher, active. Threats have been remediated and threats have not been remediated and are running on your device. This program has potentially unwanted behavior, container, file, e-cache. Okay, so we're going to go to e-cache, the E drive. Borrowed volume. So he said that it's not, that he's uninstalled it, but this is saying that it is active. Potentially unwanted behavior. Let's see, where is that? E-cache WNet Watcher setup. So it's in here somewhere. Am I in the right place? Borrowed volume. Cache there. Then WNet Watcher. These are not in alphabetical order. Press W, WNet Watcher. WN. Okay, here we are in E:cache, WNet Watcher. Yeah, I'm not seeing that there. Underscore setup, and then they've got this dash greater than insys. I'm not recognizing what that is. Let's try show hidden items. Still no WNet Watcher. Yeah, I lost where we were at. Dennis, can you put it back to where we were at? Protection history, threat found, action needed. Okay. Okay, threat found, action needed. So here's the actions. quarantine, remove, allow on device. Now I'm deducing that you've already done remove and it hasn't removed. So here's this allow on device, which I'm not comfortable with that, since you're of the opinion that this is no longer present. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking auto runs too, Lawn Dog.
See if it's in Control Panel as a program.
Okay, John Williams. Let's go. Did I get... You know about me hitting these keyboard shortcuts and getting Baby Beast rather than the subject computer. appwiz.cpl. And these are sorted by installed on dates. I'm going to switch the sorting to name and go down to WNet Watcher. No. The Witcher. That caught my eye. Sorry, I hit that twice, so I went back here. I'm not looking through all of these, but some of you with sharp eyes might catch something else. I'm assuming this just started recently, and he had already sorted by date, so perhaps he was looking for that line of reasoning.
I think you have an appointment at 10 your time.
Yes, I was thinking of that too. I do have an appointment at 10 o'clock my time. I think we've have certainly responded to your question, Dennis. And auto runs will be the next thing. I think you're aware of how to do auto runs. Let's see, Gary, to check TCP ports. Okay, thank you, Gary. Auto runs for Windows. That's not a, does this give me, yeah, download auto runs SC. Now I'm just trying to go too far into this, aren't I? Download auto runs and auto runs SC. Auto runs zip. Well, it's already there. This is, oh, borrowed volume E cache. This is all borrowed volume E cache. Does that mean anything to us, Dennis? All right, I'm just going to unzip this here. We are sorted alphabetically. There it is. An auto runs 64. Oh, he said that's an old version, the other auto runs, okay. Quick filter WNet. I got too many places to go with this in my mind. Dennis, are you able to continue from there?
Gary has a suggestion in chat.
Yes, I saw Gary's suggestion, and I will Oh, let's see. No, that's regarding their soft utilities standalone. They will not show up installed program. Okay, no, that was a while ago. I saw Gary's earlier about my database issue. I'm not going to go talk about that now, but I'll go deal with that on that computer. This is hard for me to even read here because of the dark mode. WNet Watcher. Does anybody see that? I'm totally losing focus because I got to go deal with the client issue. All right, Dennis, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave that for you to pursue. And here we go. There's the email address if you want to send a question. And I don't know if Dennis knew about this when we were playing the game this morning. I would feel bad that we didn't get started on his issue earlier. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Oh, I'll go set up that redirect. Because that won't take long, right? Famous last words. I do all these things I say won't take long, and then they take long. Ugh, such a Doug. Carrie Holzman. There it is. And that is today's date. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. We're done. I'm out of here. Have a good day.